Welcome back, explorers. Today, we're diving deep into a gripping topic, the top 10 most dangerous countries in the world. These aren't just places with sketchy neighborhoods, we're talking about entire nations where your life could be in danger from the moment you step in. But fear not. You're about to explore them from the safety of your screen. Ready? Let's get into it. Starting off our list is Haiti, a nation plagued by natural disasters and violent crime. Once known for its vibrant culture, the country has been pushed to the brink due to frequent earthquakes, hurricanes, political turmoil, and unchecked gang violence. The capital, Port-au-Prince, has become a hub of chaos, where gangs control vast territories, often engaging in kidnappings, extortion, and shootings. With the assassination of Haiti's president in 2021, the political system further crumbled, leaving the country without strong leadership. This has led to a surge in criminal activities, making it unsafe not only for its residents but also for visitors. To make matters worse, the country is in a geographical location highly prone to natural disasters, like the catastrophic earthquake in 2010 and frequent hurricanes that leave its people with even fewer resources to rebuild. This deadly combination of crime, political instability, and natural disasters has landed Haiti at the top of our list. Next on the list is Afghanistan, a nation synonymous with conflict. Decades of war, compounded by the Taliban's return to power in 2021, have made Afghanistan one of the most volatile and dangerous places on Earth. Suicide bombings, terrorist attacks, and violent extremism are a daily reality for the people of Afghanistan. The Taliban regime has imposed harsh laws, especially on women, while economic collapse has left many struggling to survive. The country's humanitarian crisis has also deepened, with millions facing hunger and limited access to healthcare. Various factions continue to battle for control, and the presence of terrorist groups like ISIS-K makes traveling or living in Afghanistan an immense risk. Despite international aid, the situation remains dire, and it's clear Afghanistan's road to stability is long and treacherous. In Yemen, one of the world's worst humanitarian crises is unfolding. The civil war between the Houthi rebels and the Saudi-backed government has resulted in widespread destruction, famine, and disease. The airstrikes by the Saudi coalition frequently target areas where civilians live, leading to mass casualties. This constant state of warfare has left over 24 million people in dire need of humanitarian assistance. The blockade on essential supplies has caused the nation to suffer from severe food shortages, while cholera and other preventable diseases run rampant due to a lack of clean water and medical care. Yemen's infrastructure has collapsed under the weight of the conflict, making it nearly impossible for people to access basic services like electricity or healthcare. The instability here makes it not only one of the most dangerous countries in the world, but also one of the most heart-wrenching to witness. Syria is a country that has been torn apart by war for over a decade. What began as a peaceful uprising against President Bashar al-Assad's regime in 2011 escalated into a brutal civil war, which has attracted various factions, including ISIS, Kurdish forces, and international powers. Although the intensity of the fighting has subsided in recent years, airstrikes, bombings, and sporadic battles still occur regularly. Many cities, such as Aleppo and Raqqa, lie in ruins, and millions of Syrians have fled their homes, creating one of the largest refugee crises in modern history. Moreover, the use of chemical weapons against civilians has left a lasting stain on the country. While parts of Syria are under government control, ISIS sleeper cells still operate in remote regions, making the country highly unpredictable and unsafe for both locals and visitors. South Sudan gained its independence in 2011, but the celebration was short-lived. The young nation quickly fell into a violent civil war between government forces and rebel groups, causing tens of thousands of deaths and displacing millions. Despite peace agreements, ethnic tensions continue to spark violence, especially in rural areas. The ongoing conflict has resulted in extreme food shortages, with the UN warning of famine in parts of the country. Meanwhile, armed groups roam freely and kidnappings for ransom have become increasingly common. Poverty, disease, and displacement plague the people of South Sudan, making everyday life a dangerous struggle for survival. The DRC is a nation rich in natural resources, but its wealth has also become its curse. For decades, the DRC has been engulfed in conflict over control of minerals such as coltan and diamonds, with various rebel groups and militias vying for power. In the eastern regions, sexual violence against women is used as a weapon of war, and lawlessness reigns. Diseases like Ebola frequently break out due to poor healthcare infrastructure, further complicating the lives of civilians. Despite international peacekeeping efforts, the country remains deeply unstable, with many areas completely cut off from any form of governance or security. The Central African Republic is another nation ravaged by internal conflict. Since 2013, the country has been caught in a vicious cycle of violence between Christian and Muslim militias, with innocent civilians caught in the crossfire. Whole villages have been burned down, and hundreds of thousands have been displaced. Armed groups continue to control vast parts of the country, making it impossible for the government to establish any real order. Poverty is rampant, and resources like food and water are scarce, with child soldiers being recruited into the fighting. The lawlessness here makes the KR one of the most perilous countries to live in or visit. Sudan has been in a state of unrest for decades, particularly in the western region of Darfur, where ethnic conflict and genocide have claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. Despite several peace agreements, the situation remains unstable. Militias still roam the countryside, attacking villages, while government forces are often accused of human rights violations. Additionally, Sudan's economy is in freefall, with inflation skyrocketing and basic commodities like food becoming unaffordable for many. Although the country saw some hope after the ousting of dictator Omar al-Bashir, it has since been gripped by power struggles that prevent any real progress toward peace. Known globally for its long-standing conflict, Somalia remains one of the most dangerous places in the world due to the presence of the terrorist group Al-Shabaab. This militant group controls large swaths of territory, particularly in the rural areas, and frequently carries out bombings and attacks in the capital, Mogadishu. Pirates also patrol the waters off the coast, posing a serious threat to international shipping. The absence of a stable government has left the country in a perpetual state of lawlessness, with warlords and militias often filling the power vacuum. Humanitarian aid is often blocked or stolen, leaving many Somalis to face starvation and disease without help. Rounding out our list is Honduras, a beautiful country that is unfortunately one of the most dangerous places to live due to rampant gang violence, drug trafficking, and corruption. San Pedro Sula, one of its largest cities, was once dubbed the murder capital of the world, and while the situation has slightly improved, violent crime, kidnappings, and extortion are still major concerns. Tourists are often targeted for robberies, and even locals live in constant fear of being caught in gang crossfires. The police force is often either overwhelmed or corrupt, making it difficult for justice to be served. Despite its breathtaking landscapes, Honduras remains a country where extreme caution is needed. That concludes our journey through the top 10 most dangerous countries in the world. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Stay safe out there, and until next time, happy exploring, digitally of course.